So I went through a really rough teenage years. I was a victim of probably the most horrible thing a woman can go through. 3 times. Yeah. So that was an experience.
Same person? Same offender?
No, 3 separate offenders, 3 separate instances.
Oh my gosh. A man is not to assert his dominance over his wife. I mean, the Bible tells us that the man is not his own, nor is the woman her own, but they are one flesh. But many people lose sight of the fact that this was from the very beginning in Genesis. Yet people think that the Bible's sexist and they think that this patriarchy is sexist, but no, this is all about maintaining order and trying to protect creation. Because when God created everything, he saw that it was good, Michaela. But it wasn't until man hearkened unto the voice of his wife and partook of the fruit when sin entered into the world and the knowledge of good and evil entered into mankind. So therefore all humans after Adam and Eve, you and I, have this knowledge of good and evil.
If he were telling the truth, he wouldn't have told us.
Unless, of course, he knew you wouldn't believe the truth, even if you told it to you.
If you're joining and you're a brother or sister in Christ, you'd like to be part of Fishing for Men, this is the Faceless Prophet podcast, where we try to talk on the devil's playground with unbelievers. Why did you leave your faith in Jesus Christ? Church hurt, science, the world, Jesus is God. Let's talk. All right, Michaela, how are you doing? I'll give you a follow real quick, but before we bring you up, we got a few things that we need to establish. We've got a few ground rules. See if you're willing to abide by these ground rules. Number one, I am a professional stupid. I cannot deal with multiple things at the same time. So you gotta slow down, just like you slow down with your man. You're gonna have to slow down with me. We just do one topic at a time, one question at a time. Please don't shotgun and spread a bunch of stuff at me all at once, but focus on one key thing at a time. Okay, that's number one. Number two, I got sensory issues, and even the small white noise that comes through your speakers can derail me, and so I ask that you abide by Zoom protocol in the professional setting. Whenever you are not speaking, if you could kindly mute your mic, and I will do the same. Abide by the norm of reciprocity. Can you agree to those two terms? And by the way, my wife's name is Kayla. When she first got here, it was Michaela, and then she changed it to Kayla. But let's bring up Michaela. Michaela, chatting bear shit. Come on down.
Hello.
How you doing, Michaela?
Good, how are you?
What brings you in today?
Sorry, well, it was more so your prompt. From what I can take, you are a Christian yourself, yes? Perfect. Sorry, I'm trying to get really on point with this musing thing. Well, I heard that you were talking, wanting to talk to non-believers. I'm a non-believer myself, originally from a Christian household. So, yeah.
So, which one of the 3 reasons did you leave?
So, I wouldn't really say, I think it's a combination of lots. So, I think my main reason was actually a breaking in my family from 2 different religions that really set me up for being atheist.
If you don't mind me asking, what were those 2 religions?
So on my side of the family, so like my mum and my dad, they are Christian, Protestants kind of thing. And on the opposite end of my family, they are Israelites.
Oh my gosh, so like hardcore Zionist, huh?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, wow. But I'm still confused because I want to understand why this division in your own family from extreme Zionist and Protestant Christianity would lead you to the conclusion that there is no God. I'm still confused.
So for me, I was very dead set in my faith as a child. So there was a situation coming up to Christmas time where the family was arguing because it was on a Saturday. My dad had brought alcohol to the house and it wasn't actually allowed. And so my dad kind of kicked off because they had obviously gotten into an argument. And just seeing that divide amongst my family, I thought, oh, well, if it's just a belief, why is it causing so much problems in the family? It's horrible.
You know, that's a really great observation, but I'd like to draw your attention to something Jesus said. He said, "Do not think that I've come to bring peace, but division. For from now on, 5 will be in one house, 2 against 3, and 3 against 2. Father against son, mother against daughter, mother-in-law against daughter-in-law, and daughter-in-law against mother-in-law. The very enemies of a man shall be that of his own household." And to see the division in your own family is only something that Jesus already said would happen. So that shouldn't be a reason for you to doubt in his existence. He already warned us of this, Michaela.
Okay, and you know what, I can accept that. Would you mind if I brought in another reason as to why? Okay, perfect. So I went through a really rough teenage years. I was a victim of probably the most horrible thing a woman can go through 3 times. Yeah, so that was an experience.
Same person? Same offender?
No, 3 separate offenders, 3 separate instances.
Oh my gosh. How old were you? In your teens?
So the first time I was 15, the second time I was 17, and the third time I was 19.
And it was not anywhere near consensual. It was some old guy.
Well, so kind of. So when I was 15, it was with a 21-year-old. I had originally met him to go and meet his mother, and obviously that didn't work out. He had ended up taking me down an alleyway, and that's where he had done it. The second time, it was meant to be for a first date kind of situation. I trusted the guy because my friends knew him, and you know, because of what happened before, I was quite wary. He had told me that he wanted to go for a walk and had drawn me into the woods. The third time, it was when I had gone on a night out. My phone had died, and there was this guy who had offered me help and said, well, you can come to my house. I was quite cautious, but I had known the guy he was friends with, so I thought it would be okay. I went over to his house, put my phone on charge. As I was busy waiting, he said, because I was quite intoxicated at this point, he had asked me, you know, if I wanted to go lie down in the bed. I said, yeah, well, my phone charges. I'd be happy just to have a lie down. Anyway, he had come into the room and gone again.
Yeah, that almost happened to one of my friends. I had visited her in New York, and we went to this party, and it was like 5 in the morning at this time, and I was sleeping on the couch, and then all of a sudden there was this huge ruckus, and my friend Gina comes rushing out of the door of the bedroom all frantic. She's like, I want to go. And so I took her on piggyback in the streets of New York all the way back to her apartment, and the guy tried to assert himself on her. And I mean, I'm glad that I was there to be able to take her home safely, but it's not a safe place for women. This world is not a safe place for women. And what really is heartbreaking is that many extreme feminists have taken this whole notion of tyrannical patriarchy and pooped on the actual chivalry of what it means to be a man. A man is not to assert his dominance over his wife. I mean, the Bible tells us that the man is not his own, nor is the woman her own, but they are one flesh. But many people lose sight of the fact that this was from the very beginning in Genesis. Yet people think that the Bible's sexist, and they think that this patriarchy is sexist, but no, this is all about maintaining order and trying to protect creation. Because when God created everything, he saw that it was good, Michaela. But it wasn't until man hearkened unto the voice of his wife and partook of the fruit when sin entered into the world and the knowledge of good and evil entered into mankind. So therefore all humans after Adam and Eve, you and I, have this knowledge of good and evil.
If he were telling the truth, he wouldn't have told us.
Unless, of course, he knew you wouldn't believe the truth, even if he told it to you.